Chloe slammed the divorce papers right in front of me for her first love. To everyone's surprise, I was not upset at all. Instead, I jumped out of my wheelchair and signed them super fast. I even asked if we could go to the clerk right now. Chloe was totally stunned and later at the courthouse. You and Chloe walked out side by side holding your fresh divorce decrees. Our 3-year marriage was officially over, so do not blame me. We have been strangers for a while and forcing it just hurts more. Chloe said with a straight face that you are always so busy. You never even want to come home, so you just shrugged. You sounded a bit sarcastic, asking if she knew what people say about me. They say I married a total scammer, and then you chuckled. It was like you finally let it all go when a red Ferrari pulled up. A gorgeous woman stepped out with an amazing figure. She had stunning looks and her wine red hair blew in the wind. But she looked super anxious, asking if you just got divorced. She walked right up to you and stared at the divorce decree. You looked at her in confusion, and before you could speak, she grabbed your arm and told you to come with her. She dragged you right back into the courthouse without a word. You were totally caught off guard, and she said they need to get married. At the marriage window, she pulled out her ID and paperwork. She spoke with total conviction while you were just blown away. You wondered why she would just grab a random guy to marry. She even had a letter of introduction ready, so you asked if she had the wrong guy. You were super confused, but she said she was absolutely sure. She told you to hurry up and get your ID out to sign right there. She was rushing you, and the clerk was totally shocked. The clerk did not know what to do, and asked if you really wanted to marry. She asked if you were even a man since she cheated on you. She asked if you were just going to take it and keep pushing. Thinking about Chloe's betrayal made you super mad. You thought about how Chloe treated you like dirt. You decided to treat her the same way and handed your ID to the clerk. You said you were doing it even though you did not know this girl. She was Serena, the third daughter of the Vance family and CEO of Vance Group. Chloe saw you getting dragged into the courthouse by a total babe. She was shocked and recognized Serena right away. She wondered why Serena was pulling you inside. Chloe laughed and joked that you were definitely not getting married. When the stamp hit your photo with Serena, your brain was still buzzing. She said you are her husband now, so you better behave. She told you not to flirt with other women and felt super relieved. She handed you the marriage certificate and you took it in a daze. You did not hear a word she said until you saw the name and woke up. Serena was super famous in town and you knew her name well. You rushed into it, but now it felt totally crazy. You were already on your second marriage holding a divorce decree. You held the marriage certificate in your other hand and just laughed. You hated marriage, but who knew that in just half an hour? You would go through a divorce and a wedding, which is a real flash marriage. She said they should go since people are waiting. Serena tilted her chin and naturally linked her arm with yours. You walked out together and she saw you two holding hands. Walking down the steps close together made Chloe's face drop. Serena called her the ex and said your ex is now her husband. She told her to remember that since you are divorced, she should stop bothering her husband while holding up the certificate. She acted like a total winner looking down on Chloe. Chloe said you agreed to divorce so fast because you planned this. You glared at Chloe and Chad saying she had her guy waiting too. Chloe said it was different and you asked how it was different. You asked if she gets to break the rules while you cannot. Chloe was speechless again and could not figure it out. You used to be so quiet, but today you were a totally different person. Chad asked if Serena was tricked by a total scammer. He said you just talk nonsense and trick old people. Chloe is pretty, but compared to Serena, she just lacks that vibe. Chad fell for Serena the second he saw her. Seeing the marriage certificate in her hand made him super jealous. He thought a loser like you managed to get his goddess Chloe first. Now you were getting his queen Serena and she was the one chasing you. Chad was losing his mind over this crazy situation. He could not believe it while Serena asked to go home and cook. She kept her arm linked with yours the whole time. She puffed her chest out and spoke in a super sweet voice. Chad and Chloe were totally grossed out and Chloe felt mixed emotions. Serena handed you the car keys and told you to drive her car anytime. She spoke so gently that Chloe's face turned pale. Chloe whispered that Serena would regret this decision today. Serena asked if you felt better while driving down the street. The car was a total head-turner on the road. A guy in plain clothes who looks kinda poor but cute, driving a super expensive Ferrari next to a gorgeous girl. With fair skin and long legs made it a weird picture. Some guys on the street were mad saying good girls go to bad guys. Others joked that the good girl actually chased the bad guy. You told Serena you did not know her motive. But the show was over, so you pulled over and stopped the car. You said it calmly and she asked if you knew it was an act. Serena acted surprised and you just gave a bitter smile. You said even an idiot knows it was fake, but you still thanked her. You were about to open the door when she told you to wait. You threw the certificate on the seat and she asked where you were going. Serena grabbed your arm and asked where you were heading. Her voice was a bit flirty and you said it was none of her business. She said it is her business since you are her handsome husband. She worried some other girl might steal you away. You were totally confused and wondered if she was serious. But her eyes told you this was all just fake. You said you needed to go back and get your stuff. You sighed and she asked if you meant your ex's house. Serena thought for a second and you nodded. She said she would go with you. She promised to pin your ex-mother-in-law to the wall if she was mean. She would make sure your ex-father-in-law could not do anything. The maid announced you were back and everyone froze at the door. Karen rubbed her eyes thinking she was seeing things. She asked why you were back with a straight face. You calmly said you were just there to get your stuff. Tyler turned and kicked your old wooden box toward you. He kicked it hard and then stepped on it. He said your junk was all there but you had to pay first. He demanded the $1 million before you could take it. You were confused and asked what $1 million. You frowned and wondered where this money came from. Tyler told you to stop playing dumb. He said his sister promised you $1 million for the divorce. He said she agreed, but they did not, and you said she offered it. You told him you did not take it, and he said he did not believe you. Tyler looked at you, and you said it was his problem. You said you really did not take it, and he could ask her. He did not believe you and asked how you bought those nice clothes. He mocked your cool haircut and asked if you were showing off. Karen did not believe it either until Serena spoke up. Serena said she bought the clothes and paid for the haircut. They finally noticed the Ferrari parked outside. A stunning woman walked over to you with a sexy stride. She linked her arm with yours and said she was not just a friend. She said she was his new wife, and Tyler was totally stunned. He had seen many pretty girls, but this was on another level. He said he underestimated you for hooking up so fast. He said you found a new girl right after the divorce, and Karen freaked out. She could not stand it, and Serena's eyes turned cold. Her tone dropped, and she told Karen to watch her mouth. She said she would slap her if she was not her husband's ex-mother-in-law. Karen asked if she wanted to fight and called her a homewrecker. Karen walked right up to her and dared her to try. Karen said she was right there waiting for it, but before she finished, Serena gave her a clean and loud slap. The air froze and Karen touched her burning face in shock. Her lips shook and she yelled for Tyler to get her. She did not care who she was and told Tyler to ruin her face. She wanted to stop her from stealing husbands, but Tyler froze. He said she was Serena from the Vance family. Karen's legs gave out and half her face went pale. She could not believe Serena was with a loser like you. Then she got slapped again for calling you a loser.